Yes, yes, yes. Good evening, brother.
Good evening, my good brother. How are you? How are you?
Oh man, trying
Mm,
to stay cool. I'm good though. And yourself? How was your day?
I'm good, man. I'm good. My week was good, man. I'm trying to stay cool like you, man. Fucking 95 degree weather out this motherfucker, man.
I know,
Shit.
New
Woo.
York, New York. I wonder how Karen, everybody is doing. Like Milwaukee. I wonder they got some of theirs. It's cold all the fucking time.
Here you go with the bullshit.
I'm
He
just
said
saying.
it's cold all the motherfucking
I'm
time.
asking questions. I'm a
For the
dude who
public to
asks
know.
questions.
Okay.
I'm very curious George, inquisitive, if you will.
Okay.
Yes, you know what
Mm.
I'm saying. But it's a hell of a thing, brother.
I don't know, man. I mean, shit. I'm sure they summers ain't as long as ours. Them shits as short as a motherfucker.
I was told his brother today. He was an army vet, and he was telling me he had did. I did the poll workers thing. I was
Okay.
yeah.
You worked on the pole, or you
Yeah, I
was
worked
working
on
with
the
the pole?
poles, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't dance on them. I didn't I didn't, put that type of work in. But this cat was very interesting. He an army vet, and we had a nice conversation, about like cultures and stuff. He made a career out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying the best tour of duty that he ever had was when he went to Alaska.
Mm.
Yeah, I was like, "Whoa, really?" He's like, "Yeah, man." He said, "Alaska." He said, "Best time of my life, man." He said, the Alaskan people, Eskimos and shit, if they're not drinking, it's the way he put it. He said because they, some of them have alcohol problem, like the Native Americans and stuff. They love to drink, and they
Mm-hmm.
can't handle their drink. But when they don't drink, they're the sweetest people. Their hearts are incredible. Da da da. But I say, yo, man, how is it like the weather? I heard like the 6 months. He said, yeah, yeah. Well, it's like it doesn't get completely dark like in the
Mm.
summer. That kind of thing. So it could be like around 4 or 5 months. I said, damn. Then I said, shit.
Mm.
How does the parties go? He said, what do you mean? I'm like, how do you go to a party and know when the fuck to leave?
Shit, right?
Huh? You know what I'm saying? You go to a
Yeah.
party like 8 o'clock at night, 4 in the morning, the sun is still out.
Sun's still up.
Huh?
Yeah, that
And
would
me,
take
when
some
I used
getting
to get
used to.
high, come on, that would have been detrimental, man.
Yeah, you'd have been all fucked up.
I'd have been
This,
all fucked up, all
you'd been like
twisted.
this, G pulling the curtain. Hold on. Hold on. Y'all see that?
Yo, man. So
No, Bill, look out there. Is this still motherfucking light out? Cause this motherfucking
that's real, yo, man. We laughing and shit like that, but you ever see that movie? Yo, 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 yo. What up,
what up?
Corey?
What up, man? What's going on?
Corey in the house. No doubt, no doubt. You know,
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd be tripping out too. I'd be like, "Fuck, man, I ain't even high, and this motherfucking still light out, nigga. We've been partying for 2 days
for
straight."
2 days. That's like going in the casino. They don't have no like clocks. First time I went to Vegas, there's no clocks in there and no windows. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they got you all twisted. They serving you drinks. It's before they started watering them down, so you get nice and you're gambling. They have these little girls walking around and these little short costumes and stuff like that. So it's a lot of eye candy. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know what time it is, and you don't know what the fuck is going. And you're caught up. They got you. You're caught up into this whole illusion. You see money
Mm-hmm.
everywhere you look. Is nothing but money everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That kind and
Girls everywhere, baby. Girls
yeah,
everywhere. Huh?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, shit.
So I saw that movie with Al Pacino called Insomnia. He's a New York City, I think, a California detective. He goes to Alaska, Anchorage, to try to solve a murder. So that's where it led him into Anchorage, and that was the whole premise. He's up for like days. He can't get no fucking sleep because it's daylight. He's trying to relax, but this motherfucker, every time he pops up, it's light outside. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. The sun is shining bright.
Yeah, fuck that.
That'd fuck anybody's head up.
Yeah, fuck that. And my father said he wanted to move to Alaska. And I said, damn, nigga, is you crazy? People from the Bronx don't move to Alaska, nigga. They go to North Carolina and Florida and shit. Alaska?
And shit like that. Yeah.
What the fuck? like nigga, what the fuck, nigga? Like.
And that's where this brother was from. He was from the Bronx.
Like, nigga, we don't go to them kind of fucking places. Not to live, maybe to visit. Yeah, I would have went crazy in Alaska, dude. I would have went crazy seeing that shit. I would have been like, damn, nigga, it don't get dark, nigga. Niggas don't go to sleep around this motherfucker.
How can you, man? The light is out. And we've been programmed, like coming from here, like when it's dark out, it's time to fucking go to bed. But like when it's light, especially, you can't tell, like if it's 2 a.m. or 2, p.m., you see 2 o'clock. He said when one time he took a nap, he said he woke up, like he went, laid down, and he woke up like a couple hours later, and he wasn't certain, what time it was. I think it was like 10 or 11 o'clock in the evening, and he's up, and he's like, oh shit. He thought that it was the next morning, and he had, was late for work. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I would have been like, shit, what the fuck? I would have thought I was late for work. I don't know, man. I don't think I could adjust to that. And I think mentally it would just kind of burn me out. I'd be mentally burnt out. Daylight all the fucking time.
All the time.
All the time, and getting 6 months of darkness? Man, after about 2 months of that shit, I would have been like, oh, fuck that. I'm out of here. I'm going back to Long Island.
Central CI, going back to CI, man.
Yeah, I'm going back home. Fuck this shit. This shit don't even feel right. This shit
He said there's a lot of alcoholics over there, man. Them, Eskimos. He said because ain't nothing to do. All you do is drink. And my whole, take on how I felt like, Eskimo, like the igloo. He said, nah, there's no igloos and stuff. He said they got museums where they show like an actual igloo. He said, but I understand where you're coming from what, your perception of what you would think that Alaska is. That type of shit, like motherfuckers living in a piece of ice.
They got 12 dogs and shit, pulling sleds and shit. You know what I'm saying?
He said, nah. He said it ain't like that. But it's cold. He said he was in Anchorage and Fairbanks, and then I forget the town. He was saying that's like the coldest spot. The north, the further north you go, he said it's brutal.
Peace.
DJ
Big Shot. Yeah,
what's
Big
up, Big Shot? Yes.
Fuck that, nigga. I'm never going to Alaska. I wouldn't give a fuck what the fuck is there.
I wanted to go and stuff, but like I said, I'm fascinated with cultures, different cultures and different, because I wanted to ask you too, because like segue a little bit.
Shit. He wanted to ask you
No. This is nothing sexual of the sexual nature or even getting high, anything like that. This is like,
hold on. Let me get my. something right there. Go
The
ahead.
hell was that?
That's the incoming missile.
Oh, I'm ready to drop bombs. You crazy. You funny.
It's too
Brother
cold
Shah
out
said
there
it's
for
too
me.
cold out
Fuck
there.
that.
It's
Let me-
cold and the cultures, what they eat, and how they, living and stuff. Because I was like, if a person like, what if I was born into that? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
in a piece of ice, an igloo and shit. Because I asked the brother, I said, "Yo, man," he said, "No, no, no, they don't. They're not nice." He said, "I said, well, do they got toilet? He said, "Come, yo, man." He said, "Yeah, He said, "Where you been living? Like, what did you talking about? Do they have?"
Nigga,
No,
you
I
didn't
said,
see the
"Look,
you ain't seen the world? You ain't been around the world yet?
nah, man." But I mean,
Mm.
how do they fuck? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's cold. He said, "You got this thing about this piece of ice, igloo. You got to get out. They got apartments and shit. They got." He said they got that. He said, but I hear where you're coming from with the igloos and all that. He said that's some primitive shit and whatnot. I said, but yeah, having bad. I said, how did they get through that? How do you know what I'm saying? How do you how do you fuck? How do you gotta pee, eat shit, or whatever, you go eat, you gotta hunt. You can't go to a dollar store, you can't go to a corner store, a bodega. They don't
It's,
have that. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't have none of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Huh? You
It's
out
a whole
there.
lot of yellow snow running around that motherfucker. You better.
Yo, they it's fucked up. But yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Cause I said, yo, man, we take a lot of shit for granted. And that's what he said. He said he took a lot for granted. Hey, what
Hola,
up,
¿cómo
Karen?
está?
What's up, Karen? Hola. Yeah, Karen.
Mhm.
Do y'all have summer there? Is it just fucking brick ass cold all the time in Milwaukee? We talking about like different cultures and stuff and Anchorage, Alaska and shit. You know, if I was born there, he said we take a lot for granted here, because he said when he got there and he saw how those people are kind-hearted and everything was good, it was so cold, and the things that he had to adjust and adapt to, you know, uh, here we just commonplace. We do it and don't think about it, and so we're kind of like, I can't say spoiled, but we have taken
Mhm.
so much shit for granted, you
Mhm.
know.
Well,
If
we
you
did. We
went to
didn't.
Alaska and shit, and you had to stay in a fucking an ice, like a igloo, let's say for a week, feel me? And they said, listen, after the week we give you 250,000. Could you do it? Could you stay in the fucking ice in the igloo, no heat, huh? Fuck the no heat. You can't even bring incense, huh?
No.
You can't even like light your igloo up, your little piece of your little piece of ice up. How you
No.
going? What would you do for $250,000?
No, I ain't finna do that. I ain't finna do that. No, I ain't finna do that. That's like being the show Naked and Afraid. Motherfucker, what the fuck makes you think that I want to be out in the motherfucking cold for $250,000? Hold on, we got a comment. I need my money up front and I will figure the rest out. Okay.
Hey, no, no, but you have to make a commitment, brother Shah. You have to say, yo, all right, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and that's it. And now
Yeah.
if you say, all right, you work it out, you negotiate and say, all right, give half up front and stuff like that, you know. But hey, it's something for me. It's something to think about, man. To ponder.
Nah, ain't nothing for me to think about. I'm just not
With two
doing
hundred and $50,000 for a week,
it.
listen,
No.
B, I got a fur coat in there. I got a fucking Sherlin. I got mad motherfucking undergarments, under
Mm.
thermals and shit. I can stay warm for 200, thinking about $250,000.
Baby, I'm committed up front. No, no
Yo,
money, no cold. I hear you, man. I'm pretty sure they had a.
you think that they made fire inside, Corey? So what?
I,
No, I mean, but you know what I'm saying? Like every time I look at, like, I go on YouTube and I see the Eskimos and shit. B, That shit is like in the middle of fucking nowhere. Everywhere you look, and it's ice and snow. You know, so that was my perception. He's like, nah. He started laughing at me. He's like, nah, man, you gotta get that shit out of your head. He said, it ain't like, he said, that's how they used to live. I said, how was you living there? Was you in the, he said, there's a lot of fucking snow. I'm like, okay, duh. I got that. I got that. Huh? I got that. But he said, yo, no, it's now you think of like going in that little, but they can't even close the door. They don't even have a fucking door. He said, no.
Nah.
That's how Americans' perception of Alaska.
Of Alaska.
Okay.
Okay.
We said, no. Anchorage is a big city. It's the biggest city there.
Because they got Crips and Bloods in Alaska.
Huh?
They got Crips and Bloods in Alaska.
Stop it, man.
They got the 93 Hoovers.
What is you sipping on tonight?
No, I'm telling the truth, man. Everyone in the chat, please share the show. Thank you, Miss B. I'm gonna call you Miss B tonight, though, Miss B. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? They got Bloods and Crips there, man. They got real motherfucking gangs, man. They got 93 Hoovers, man. They got rolling 60s. They got,
all right.
They got
I'm
gangs over there.
I'm taking you serious now. I'm not laughing at you.
Nah, I'm
like
dead
that.
ass. I was shocked to hear that shit. Like, I seen the documentary and I was like, yo, these niggas got gangs in Alaska?
And they throwing up signs. Throwing up
signs, man. Kind of like when Americans
lived in tents. Yeah, basically.
I really was shocked when I seen that on this documentary, and they was talking about, like they had fucking gangs in Alaska. I said, what the fuck? These niggas gangbanging in Alaska?
Now, see, you're gonna have me go and research and go back on YouTube and shit.
Nah, go look that shit up.
The rolling 60s Anchorage, Fairbanks, Crips. Fuck out of here. You bullshitting, B. Ain't no fucking way.
They got Hoover Crips over there. They got all sorts of gangs in Alaska.
Motherfuckers don't even, they wear one color. They wear all that white furry shit. That white, they be furred down, B. The boot, you ever see the boots they have? I wouldn't mind having a pair of them boots, B.
Yeah, them boots
is fly. You see them
boots them boots will do you some justice. You live in New York City, so old school New York City. The snow was motherfucking 6 feet high on the sidewalks and shit.
Yes,
this New York City, nah. It ain't like that no more. They wear all colors. Nah, let's stop. Let's not talk about our native.
You know what I wanted to ask you? Changing subjects, we
segue into something else. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask you for a little minute, like stereotypes, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, like, they perpetuate are stereotypes what they are because we act like when he says it's true because some states send gang members to the army. That's what he was in the army. So maybe you're right, Mom. And Corey's backing you up. He's signing off on your, I was gonna say your bullshit. No, but it's factual action. Yeah, but no. All right, my apology to you. You see what I'm saying? And you know what? I'm gonna see him tomorrow, so I'm gonna ask him that. You know what I'm saying? My partner, he was talking about they got gangs there. Because he was like, he said he fell in love. He said that was the best experience of his life. Okay.
All right, y'all, listen. So check it, y'all. We're just going to get into one of the topics for tonight, y'all. Stereotypes. Finish off with the
stereotypes. Our stereotypes, what they are, because, we have perpetuated it so much to say that blacks do act this way. Chinese act that way. You know what I'm saying? A certain way. Mm-hmm. The Jewish are cheap. The Italians, you know what I'm saying? They talk with their hands and, that kind of thing. So how do you feel, first of all, about stereotypes? Because I got some stuff I wanted to lay on you.
I think when it comes to stereotype, like this is a stereotype. We'll go to a comment in a second. This is a stereotype when you're around a bunch of white people and they ask you, "What do you drink?" And they say, "You drink Hennessy?" Motherfucker, why the fuck every black person gotta drink motherfucking Hennessy? Because of what you just said. Because they say they think all the rap because all the rappers drink it, and they see they hear about black and Latino people, Hispanic people talking about the henny,
Right.
and that's some bullshit. That's a big stereotype. Not
Yes.
everybody black drink fucking Hennessy.
No.
And the way it was said, I took it as the dude was being a bigot.
Yeah. Derogatory. He was fucked up. Yeah. The
You
shit he
know,
was saying or what
you
he
know,
was trying to imply his implications.
yes. And I think stereotypes are fucked up, and it's a bunch of bullshit because everybody that's Italian don't always eat spaghetti.
No.
You know what I'm
No.
saying? You know
Just
what I'm saying?
99% of them.
Yeah, just 99% of them. Okay. You know, you know what I'm
That's fucked
saying?
up. But that's what we think. That's just it. We
You
eat
know,
chicken,
because
watermelon. That's what they
and I,
say.
mhm.
Jews, matzo ball, and all this other Chinese. They like them noodles and shit like that.
And
So,
white
but the cereal,
rice, and they eat
yeah,
rice. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
You
And
know
the
what I'm
first thing
saying?
we think about Puerto Ricans, well, Hispanics or Latinos, I don't know the
Rice and
fucking
beans.
difference. And yeah, we take rice and beans, and that's a stereotype because that's what we know it to be sometimes amongst the people that we know. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that every Hispanic group, but because you got different Hispanics that eat different
True.
things.
Yes.
Salvadorians,
Yes.
Mexicans,
Yes.
Guatemalans, Venezuelans, different people, they eat different shit. The universal meal is rice and fucking beans, the same way as with with black Americans, soul food is a universal soul food amongst black people. But in today's time, when people stereotype, you stigmatizing a group of people,
Right.
saying that they all do this,
They all right.
they
Right.
all do this, and they all do that, because that's bullshit. And I think the stereotype go too far. It goes too far because you don't know how anybody was raised. You don't know how somebody was
Not at
brought
all.
up.
You're right.
You don't know. You don't, nigga. Maybe I didn't motherfucking eat collard greens and fried chicken in my house. Maybe I ate fucking, I don't know, asparagus and fucking pork chops. I don't, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
That's a hell of a dish right there. I never saw that on the menu.
you know what I'm saying?
We
But
have
I'm just,
I know what you're saying.
just
Yeah.
talking hypothetically.
Just throwing it out there.
Soul food is comfort food.
Yes,
Exactly.
Cameron.
So, you know what I'm saying? Now, would I say every white person, do they eat soul food? I don't know. You got
But
some
Karen is
do that.
white. She's a white lady, and she says soul
Hmm.
food is comfort food. See?
That's just like me making a stereotype of saying all Caucasian women suck little color boy pee-pees. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's not true. She said, I do. You know what I'm saying? And stereotypes is fucked up, and it goes too far because that's a what's the word I'm saying? A pre-misconception of an individual, because every
Yes.
individual is different. That's how I can answer that for you. I think it's
Because I used to be like when I was younger, right? Watching like different TV shows, and I think I told you like with the Golden Girls and
mm-hmm.
Oxtail and Greens. There you go, Karen. Yeah. And like I think we all like. Did you see the Jeffersons last night? The white cat would ask me like, I said no. Well, I was watching Science. You watch Science? You're shocked. You watch Father Knows Best. I used to love
Mm-hmm.
Father Knows Best. You watch, you know, uh, Leave It to Beaver. Those shows like that because I'm black. I'm not. I should, you know, not
Yeah.
watch that. I can't have an enjoyment of that. Is that a culture thing? Like to does that, am I a sellout? I mean, the stereotype that I like that dude said to you, hit it,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing. He locking you in. Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
You know what I'm
Huh?
saying?
I
Because
mean,
I
come
ain't
on,
got
really?
I ain't got no Hennessy in it. I'm not gonna show Bob, but did this look like Hennessy? This ain't no Hennessy.
Nah, nah.
That ain't no
That's some top
motherfucking.
shelf shit. Yeah.
This ain't no motherfucking Hennessy. So I said, what to do real quick? I said, no, I drink Black Label, Johnny Walker Black, and he said, oh, okay, okay, okay.
He stepped back.
Oh,
Yeah.
you a classic man? No, I
Yeah.
ain't no classic man. That's just what the fuck I like to drink. I don't drink Hennessy because I'm black. I know a lot of people. Have I had some Hennessy before? Yes. But Hennessy is that's not the first thing I'm going to buy when I go to the liquor store. And the same thing when I turn on the TV. No, nigga, I didn't watch the Jeffersons, nigga. I watched the Andy Griffin show, motherfucker, or the
Okay.
Dick Van
Okay.
Dyke show. You know what
Those
I'm
are
saying?
classics.
Yeah,
Those were great, great shows.
yeah,
But
you
I
know what I'm
mean,
saying?
not that you didn't watch the Jeffersons, not that you didn't watch Sanford and Son, Freddie Prince and Chico and the Man and all that other stuff, but you had an enjoyment outside of, just, you know,
Of
the
Black Urban
black
Culture
show.
TV. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because I was on the boardwalk the other day, and I'm listening to music and stuff. I'm rocking the Stones. I'm rocking Foreigner. I'm rocking old classic rock.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Led Zeppelin. You know, Leonard Skinner. Stuff like along those lines. But I got
Mm-hmm.
James Brown, Bob. You know what I'm saying? I got all of that as well. Heavy D, and it's mixing up. And these white people, they're looking like when I got Foreigner on. Yeah, I watched Full House. Who's the boss? Yes. Okay.
That was the
But
shits right there. Al Bundy,
Al
nigga.
Bundy. But
Put
Al
my
Bundy was
hand.
black. Al Bundy was black. Uh, that show, that was a black show. That and what was that? Roseanne Barr. What was that show?
uh, yeah, the Roseanne show.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Those are black families. Well, you see how I'm doing? I'm fucked up in saying that. I'm saying because of the way that they talk and the way that they deal, I'm targeted and pegging them shows as black. That's
Mm-hmm.
fucked up. But
Yeah,
that's how
yeah.
we do. That's how we think. And I'm no different
Our
than the next person.
perception, our
Yes,
perception,
hundred
and
percent.
also too, like I'm gonna go even a step further as we talk about, like misjudgment. Misjudging things, stigmatizing things. See, what's that part of the brain? The pineal gland. Is my
Yeah,
saying it right? The
right.
pineal gland, right? Like that part of the brain is a very is a strong part of your brain, right? And with that part of your brain, right, a lot of people don't use that part of their brain because they'll say, "Oh man," like you said, as you talk about, we just automatically peg people for this because they ain't using their fucking brain. Only an oxymoron would think that you just like the Jeffersons and Good
Right,
Times and
right.
Martin and
Like that dude
Family
said to
Matters.
you about the henny. Right.
Yeah, yeah, he wasn't using his brain. You know what
Nah.
I'm saying? Because he got a bigot mentality. I'm gonna just call him a bigot. You ain't a racist, you a bigot. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you are, but hey, it falls under the same line for me. But hey, I'm not gonna call him a racist. He was just being a bigot. Because that's that
He was saying
subtle
some
racist.
fucked up shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah, and it's just like when you and I and a bunch of other us when we walk down the street and we in different kind of neighborhoods, you notice, the Caucasian women they do this. They don't even look at you. They don't even look at you. They don't. They'll see you, but they won't look at you. Well, lady, I ain't trying to talk to you. I ain't trying to hit on you. I ain't even trying to rob you. I don't give two fucks about you. I'm trying to get the fuck across the goddamn street. They clutching their purse real quick. You know what I mean? And
right, right, right.
you know, because I'm gonna say this: us as black men, we are the most hated men on the planet. No matter where we go, people always gonna stereotype us. They try to say we all drug dealers and ex-cons and murderers and rapists and thieves, and that ain't true. And that ain't true about us. You know what I'm saying? That's not true because we got a lot of educated black men out here in this world. And you ain't got to have no fucking Harvard degree on your wall or none of that shit to be educated. You know what I'm saying? And we get stereotyped as uneducated people all the time. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And that shit is bullshit, but we also too, we stereotype sometimes too. Cause
Oh,
soon
no
as we
doubt about that.
well, you know,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? We do it
Oh
too.
yeah.
I hate that shit shaking my head for real, man. And what do we do, right? What do we do when we start talking about some of our white friends? We start talking white.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
start talking white. Me, I don't
Well,
talk
see, then
white.
again, what does
Go ahead,
white
brother.
mean? What is talking white? You know
You know
what I
what
mean?
I'm
It's like I know what you're saying because they used to say
saying?
that about like Brian Gumble. You know, like you
Uh,
know,
Don Lennon.
Yeah.
You
You
know what
know,
I'm saying?
anytime somebody's very, a a brother is articulate, then he's Ivy League and he talks white and like this brother comedian Monteria Ivy. He should do a bit about that
Mm-hmm.
about it. He was, because he was very articulate. He went to I think Harvard and he was Ivy League. He was very intelligent, and he said, and they always say to me, you're very articulate, Monty. Very articulate. You're almost like Brian Gumble. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
you're one of the good ones. What the fuck does that mean? I'm one of the good ones. Huh? But
You
yeah,
know,
so that's how
other,
they look at
other,
shit.
they hit you with that. Oh no, you one of the smart ones.
Yeah.
That
My boy
bullshit.
Ronnie used to say, well, yeah, I read. I'm one of the ones that read. That's fucked up. You know, I was
Mm-hmm.
watching that movie. You ever see what with Jamie Kennedy, Malibu?
Malibu's most wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
That type of shit, right? Mm-hmm.
hits on a lot of stereotypes in that. White boy, he's wealth. His father's a senator, very wealthy, affluent, and he's a rapper. He's
Mm-hmm.
a hardcore, rapper. He wants to be thugged out. He wants to be from the hood. He's like, what's his name? Son Ti, Son King,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, King. Uh, after like doing a little bit of research on King, found out that he was like Ti didn't really have him, with him all the time, where he, could experience all the luxuries. You know what I'm saying? Like he was at his grandmother's house in the hood.
In the
But
yeah, yeah.
that thing with the Malibu Most Wanted, this guy's in Malibu, right? And he said it was in his heart and his soul that he, had like Eminem. Look at Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the most successful rapper out there,
Eminem. Mm-hmm.
right? So uh that never came up. That issue about, he wants to be black or anything like that. It's music. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
see,
saying?
you're right. You're absolutely right. I think with Eminem, but see, he doesn't rap like we would rap. His rap is different. It's different. It's rap. Yeah, he's doing an art, but it's different. He's not rapping like 50 Cent. He's not rapping like Dr. Dre or Ice Cube. He's rapping from a white trailer park perspective. You know what I'm saying? He's
What about
being
what's his
himself.
name? When he was doing it, Vanilla.
I was still a little bit young when Vanilla Ice was doing that when he had his, big hit. But I will say, I didn't really know much about Vanilla Ice, but that one song, I thought he was just a rock dude that just I don't know had a kind of a black song. But if you think about it, people jamming to that shit today if they came on. People gonna be saying that stupid ass shit. Ice, ice, baby. Ding, 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 ding. We gonna sing that shit. Why? Because something in our brain tells us to do this.
Yeah, the beat is nice though. That shit is
Yeah.
tight.
You know what
You
I'm
know,
saying?
it is.
You know,
Corey
and what
says he
is
went to a bar one day. Me and a white was talking about religion and politics for like an hour, he says. Then he turns to me and say, look how Biden did your people. Corey says he left. And I don't blame him, but because you know, it probably was, really a vibrant, a good conversation about the religion and politics part of it. And then he really didn't. And I'm gonna say this: white boy
mm-hmm.
showed his true colors. Look
Mm-hmm.
how Biden did your people. It's like that's fucked up. How did Biden
Yeah.
do our people?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I watched something the other night. Uh, Game Change. I don't know if you've ever seen it or heard of it.
Never heard
About
of it, but I'll check it out.
about the
Mm-hmm.
Obama election, the first, when he was going against John McCain, and John McCain put Sarah Palin on the ticket,
Mm-hmm.
to change the game because Obama had changed the game. They were saying McCain's camp was like, how can these middle-aged white men, you know,
Take a back seat to a black
yeah,
man in
yeah,
so many
threaten,
words.
yeah, to challenge, well, basically to challenge Obama. They're tired of, like Obama had said at that time too. You got these old, you know, white men, these good old boys that have been here, forever, and if they haven't changed the narrative by now, how do you expect? Do you expect them to change it in the next 4 years? So, his platform was based around that. Plus, he was just so, I'm going to say, articulate.
Mm-hmm.
you know,
He articulated himself in an eloquent manner.
yes, so that kind of thing. So, and he was in Germany's all over the place. He had like 200,000 people in Germany, rooting for this black man that was up there that was just like laying it down. And
Mm-hmm.
then they looked and they said, man, he's a rock star. He's a celebrity. And then McCain's camp said, we got to get something to combat that. So they thought Sarah Palin was a celebrity too. You know what I'm saying? Because she had that star quality as well. Outside of the political, because she didn't know anything about politics. She really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
She was the governor of Alaska. Here we go. We're tagging back on Alaska.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And the thing was with her, I watched it and I'm like, man, uh, she looked good. She's a very nice looking woman. She had a lot of charisma, yes, a lot of personality, but she was dumber than a piece of wood. She didn't, as far as politics, never mind talking about anything real political, foreign affairs, even domestic
Mm-hmm.
affairs, anything like that. She just didn't know anything. Like one of the reporters was saying, and what's scary is not only that she doesn't know what the answer is, she doesn't even understand what the question is that the reporters were asking, and it was scary. And it was like to have her to know that at that time, I think John McCain was 72 years old, that she's a heartbeat away from a 72-year-old man, that type shit, to be the next president of the United States. Like you was
Gotcha.
talking about Kamala, that
Mm-hmm.
they don't respect her or whatever. They don't think that she really knows any real politics or policies or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Biden seems like he's barely hanging on. You know,
Mm. Oh
yeah.
man.
And look at we got a former president, right, who's a convicted felon, huh? And then we have a president's son who just got convicted on 3 counts of, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what's going on, B?
Drugs and weapons and shit.
It's shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They showed him in a bathtub with a crack pipe. I seen that now. I don't know if that was Photoshop or if that was some shit like, yo, you know what
Man,
I'm saying? He looked like
listen.
he's smiling. He got a shorty there. He kicked back, but he admitted, like, with the coke he smoked. crack, cocaine is actually freebase. I don't even know if people really know like crack. That crack is it sounds terrible. You know what I'm saying? As far as crack, nobody could because they don't
Yeah,
even have crack out there. When crack first came out, yes, they had it. It was different than freebase cocaine. We don't want to get into a lesson or have a conversation.
yeah, I was about to say that. You know,
Yeah,
because
I mean
they
because
on
it's
they
yeah,
I, they didn't they only call it that because of the sizzle when you light it up, and they
yeah,
just
you
gave it the
spark
term
it up,
crack. Right, I
you
got
know.
you.
But it's free.
But
They've been smoking base for a long time.
yeah, that's
Even like
exactly what it is.
uh, in the exclusive neighborhoods, like in your neighborhood in the Hamptons, Billy Joel used to like. Yeah, now I don't know if
Listen,
he's still getting
I
high.
don't live in the Hamptons, people. I don't live in the Hamptons, people. I don't know anything about the
I said
Hamptons.
your neighborhood. You the one who blew up your own spot, huh?
I don't live in that.
Yeah,
I don't live around those people.
you blew up the spot. I said
Nah,
in your neighborhood. Talking about you
nah,
don't live in the Hamptons. You
nah,
gave
nah.
yourself away.
I ain't worried about it. Nah, I'm not worried about it.
Nah,
Nah,
I'm
no.
messing with you, brother. You know that. I'm fucking
No
with you.
doubt, no doubt. Nah, it's true. You're right. It is true about like how it affected different neighborhoods and see like when it was in they say African American. I don't really claim Africa. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't born in Africa, but in the Black American community, when it was fucked up there, and it led into these, suburban white neighborhood, white communities, crack cocaine became a thing too for them as well.
Yes.
It destroyed their neighborhood as well.
Yep.
I don't care if little Billy and little Jimmy and Bobby, you know what I'm saying? And they front lawn look like goddamn Shea. They front lawn look like Shea Stadium grass. They got problems just like we and everybody else.
Yes, they do.
Logan and Ryan and fucking who else? Lenny and all these other motherfuckers. They got the same issues we have. Just because they live in this neighborhood and we live in that, we come from that neighborhood, doesn't mean that we don't have the same issues. Because we do. We are people. We are human. It doesn't matter what happens. If I got AIDS today and a white man got AIDS, we dying from the same shit. We all humans. We all people. And it's fucked up that we live in a world of divide and division because that's how the PTB divide. They work off divide and conquer. You know what I'm saying? Make
Mm-hmm.
us dislike each other on principle, perspective, ideology, philosophy, and various different things. As the brother just said, look what Biden did to your people. Well, at the end of the day, you really think Joe Biden give a fuck about me? You think Donald Trump give a fuck about you? These people don't care about you. As long as you punch that ticket for them, that's all that matter to these people. Even our senators, our legislators, our councilmen, our congressmen, women, whoever, they don't give a fuck, man. They trying to keep their job when it's all said and done. But that's what people do. They try to divide and separate us and think that we all
But
ain't
like
we.
what Corey was saying, not to cut you off,
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Yeah.
no, how like that white man perceived, he looked at Corey. They were probably having an intelligent conversation up until the point where he laid that on him, on Corey, to say, "Yo, look what he did to your people. Like, why does he lump Corey in the category that he's even a Democrat? You feel me? Would even make that assumption, huh? Like
Because
your
that,
people, like."
yeah, your
What are
people,
you
yeah.
talking about? It's not
Yeah.
like Biden came along and then we're fucked up because of him, all of a sudden. Now, if he's
Mhm.
talking to you, having that conversation with you and said that to you, you're a Republican. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Basically, the way the mindset is, a lot of mindsets that you guys would have the same type of ideology. The white
Mhm.
man or something. Because if he's saying about how Biden has done for your people, that would put him in as a Republican, the way I'm thinking.
The way you
You know,
think of them.
yeah. So if he
Well,
said that to you, it would be like, yo, what do you see? But you wouldn't leave. I don't think, from what I know
no,
of you, you would
cause
say they
my
want this
cause
motherfucker.
my question is, what you mean your people,
Right.
nigga? Nigga, Donald Trump ain't your motherfucking messiah. He ain't. He don't give a fuck about if your lights don't
You don't
come
give a
on
fuck about
tomorrow.
nobody, Nathan, nothing.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's the point I want to ask a lot of people, and we got a lot of Joe Biden supporters, we got a lot of Trump supporters, and yes, I am a proud Black Republican. Does that mean that I agree with everything that the Republicans say and do? Absolutely not. Why? Because I have a fucking brain, and I know how to use my fucking brain. I know how to decipher. I know how to separate bullshit from bullshit when I see it and hear it.
Look at what the Republicans has done to your people, Marv.
Mm. They ain't done shit to my. They ain't done shit to my people or done shit for my people. Neither has the Democrats. What have they done? They ain't nobody done shit for our people. They just finesse us for some votes.
You know what I'm saying? See what Corey said?
Mm.
He was, and he told me he moved to Florida because it's a red state. So right away, so you and that white man could have a conversation about what?
Nothing, because there's a culture difference between me and him. You know what I'm saying? He grew up culturally different than I did. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up culturally
But you're a
different than
black
him.
Republican.
That doesn't mean shit. Just because I'm Republican doesn't mean shit. That doesn't change who I am as a person. I just go by what I go what my interest is. My interest is money, economics, generational wealth, and tradition. That's where I stand with that. Doesn't matter about me being no black Republican or none of that. And I'm sick of people doing that shit to me, my friends. Oh, black, fuck all of that. That white man, me and him, we live two different type of lives. We walk two different kind of paths. Me, I put the motherfucking money first, because without money, you can't do shit in this motherfucker. Period. And that shit ain't a black or white thing. You ain't got no motherfucking money. It don't matter what your skin color is or where you come from. You just a motherfucker with no money. Period. So, man.
He's a broke ass motherfucker. That's
You
real.
just a broke motherfucker. That shit don't mean shit. I don't give, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, oh, I moved here because it's this way, it's that way. But motherfucker, you been living here all your motherfucking life. Now, all of a sudden, you say you grew a brain and got smart and then you decide to move. No, nigga, most of you motherfuckers move because you can't make it here no more, because it costs too much for you to live here. So you move. So you can get the best bang for your fucking buck. That
But
ain't
see,
got
that's
shit.
the other thing. He's just like speaking on the surface of things. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's saying he dipped because,
Yeah,
he's at a
yeah,
red state.
yeah,
Listen,
don't blame it on cause this motherfucker. Cause listen, I don't like motherfucking Joe Biden anyway. He's a company man. I don't respect no company man that does yes master. Nah, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Hell no. He a company man. But what have the Democrats done for anybody black? I'll wait. Tell me. Don't tell
what
me
have
the
the
afford.
Democrats?
Don't tell me the
Listen,
affordable health care thing. Don't tell me
no,
that,
no, no,
because
no. But you know what? I don't know. So I'll take that position.
okay, and
Because
that's a
honestly,
fair position. That's a fair
well, you know
position.
why? Because because like I spoke to you one time before about like the affirmative action, how
Mm-hmm.
they was saying, I forget where I was listening. They were saying, well, affirmative action is actually a handicap for black people. And then the brother was like, explain yourself. Obama
Mm-hmm.
phone.
Right now, niggas got
Yeah,
Biden phones. Nigga, you got
so
the Joe
Corey.
Bidens.
Yo, that's right. That's one thing. Thank you, Corey. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
he giving niggas
So,
phones and shit.
uh,
Okay.
what has Obama done? What has the Democrats done? We got the Obama phone. Corey bailed me out.
That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame.
No, well,
That's a
listen.
damn shame that
Uh,
people let's be realistic, man. That's just some government shit. That ain't his name ain't on that shit. He was
yeah,
just a
but you know
person.
what?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Some one of those sides are going to take response. They've never called it the Trump phone. You know what I'm saying? When he came into power, Obama at that time, huh? Yes,
Oh
and they
man,
still call it the Obama phone.
because that's the easiest. That's the easier thing for people to say. The Obama phone. That's why I had
But
to say like,
you ask what the Democrats do?
what did they do?
Corey
Fuck it.
said the Obama phone.
What
Bam.
did they do when Clinton was here? What did they do? Okay, all right, okay, I know what they did.
Yeah, yeah,
In
yeah, yeah.
'64 under the Lyndon Johnson Act when they passed the Civil Rights Bill, right? And all that other bullshit, right? Okay, they did that. That was like motherfucking goddamn. I don't know. My mother's 64 years of age. So that shit was
God bless her.
like,
How's
you
she
know.
doing, by the way? Tell her I said hello, please.
Mm, I definitely will. No, but I'm not saying, and I'm being facetious, but I'm serious though. Like, don't tell me about phones. Don't tell me about no health care.
Yeah,
These motherfuckers.
1 second, Mom, before
Mm,
you go any further at that point.
yeah, yeah.
Alexa, what does facetious mean?
Facetious is an adjective that signifies something not meant to be taken seriously or literally. It is used to describe someone speaking or acting in a humorously exaggerated or silly way. Facetiousness can be used to create humor or to make a point, but it is not meant to be taken factually. Also, I can give you real-time notifications on NBA breaking news. Would you like me to do that?
No.
No.
Alexa.
Alexa, I was good.
Alexa, thank you.
I was just
My
being
pleasure.
innocuous.
Just doing my job.
Say it again.
I was just being innocuous, Alexis.
Alexa, what does innocuous mean?
Innocuous is an adjective that describes something that is not harmful or injurious to humans. It means that something is harmless. The word is often used to describe things like medicines or food that are not harmful to people.
See,
Okay.
I wasn't
All
being
right.
harmful. You know
I
what I
like a
mean?
description of facetious. Better. That hit it right on the head where you at that point.
Yeah,
But
no, and I know, like I said, and I'm not, and I'm not here to bash anybody. Like I said, I'm never gonna have the same perspective as a white Republican. I'm never gonna have the same perspective as a white Republican. It's never gonna happen because they all have a certain mentality. So, ask Herman Cain and Allen West, they black Republicans. They'll probably tell you the same thing privately. They're never going to have the same perspective as a white Republican. The same thing as a black Democrat is not going to have the same perspective as a white Democrat. Now, y'all may agree on some things, but y'all not going to agree on everything.
nobody agrees on everything.
You
I
understand?
don't think. I mean, what you're saying, makes a lot of sense, and there's a lot of validity in
Mm-hmm.
your you know argument. It's not even an argument. It's your point of
Point.
view.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
It's like, I'm never
it's a
going to.
lot of facts in it, because so as you broke it down before, very eloquently
Mm-hmm.
about how it's money. It comes the bottom line is money. It's the money game. Yeah.
Everything.
Regardless of black Republican, white Republican, as you say, black Democrat, white Democrat. If a white Republican is doing bad, he's going to blame the economy, whoever's in charge, or who's fucking his situation up, or who he feels is to blame. When they go up on the roof and get crazy, and they want to make a point or a statement, it's because of what happened to them in their personal life or their family. A lot of times, not all
Mm-hmm.
the times. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it comes down to the bottom line of what we already know.
yeah, and I know people jump on me. Money, everything about the money, but it is, man. It's everything boiled down to the motherfucking money. I don't give a fuck. You can't walk into the store and buy a fucking shingles for the roof of your house if you ain't got no money. You can't buy wood to build a fucking house if you ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. What it is. It doesn't matter. Joe Biden getting rich, Donald Trump getting rich, everybody getting rich, except us. And that's just the way this shit is. Everybody else getting rich except us. And I'm
So
trying to
with
get.
the affirmative action, right? Where they
Mhm. Now, break the Alexa, what does it mean? Because I don't know thoroughly, but you know what I'm saying? Let's go. Alexa.
Alexa, what is affirmative action?
Affirmative action, also known as positive action or positive discrimination, involves sets of policies and practices within a government or organization seeking to include particular groups that were historically discriminated against based on their gender, race, sexuality, creed, or nationality in areas in which such groups are underrepresented, such as education and employment.
Hmm.
See? And that's a cash rules everything around me. You ain't lying, dollar bill. Um, damn, that was a pretty interesting breakdown.
I know affirmative,
Interesting.
and white people want to say that this it's a crutch for blacks, like it gives us an advantage because we don't have to excel on the same level, on par with them. As far as think stuff is being given us just because of this affirmative action. Uh, that's in place. That's
Yeah.
some of the argument. Some of the argument a lot of times that they use. Then they want to use about reverse discrimination because of this affirmative action. We don't have to study as hard, that kind of thing. So, what do you say to that?
Um, for me, for those for people who use that against people who are are black, people who use that, because I've experienced that. A white man said that to me. Well, you have affirmative action on your side, and I don't have that. I'm like, nigga, affirmative action ain't never done a motherfucking thing for me. You know what I'm saying? As far as I see it, we two convicted felons in this motherfucker riding in a motherfucking taxi, black and white.
Huh, huh.
so,
Okay.
so what the fuck you mean? What the fuck affirmative action done for me? Affirmative action ain't done shit for me. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't done a motherfucking thing for me. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Get your shit straight before you say that, because ain't no affirmative action done a motherfucking thing for me. I ain't never got no job because of that shit. Hell, any goddamn thing, shit, I get turned away. They won't tell me that's not why they hiring me for the job. You know what I'm saying? They use their
Maybe
little.
maybe you told the boss that bust his head to the white meat.
No, not yet. I ain't told none in a while. But have I insulted a manager for firing me at a job? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Because it was some bullshit, and he looked like me and you. That's the sad part about
But
it.
yeah, it's sad
So,
because again, they perceive in perception what they think. Like we were talking before about the whole
hold on, G
stereotype.
Money. I had to give him one of these.
You had to slap him upside his nugget,
Yeah. You know what I'm
huh?
saying?
Before you
Only for
bust his head
this.
to the white meat.
Only because he has said something to a family member, to my uncle, that I didn't like, and I felt like he was painting a false narrative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A false narrative and shit. And I was just like, I'm gonna fuck that nigga up. I'm gonna fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? Because now you playing game. You speaking up. You speaking for the fucking. Now you speaking up. You know what I'm saying? For the motherfucking Peckerwood. He looked laughing my ass off. No. Nah, and this is a real situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? The sad part about it, it was a black man, and I had to fuck him up
Oh, it's a
because,
brother.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was a brother. Yeah, I had to fuck him up because he said something to my uncle that was a little bit just a little bit out of bounds.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was young, man. I was
So
only
you
like,
didn't discriminate. You
no,
fuck up a black man as well as a white man.
any man for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Because only black customers.
So you don't
So,
discriminate.
not at all. I hate everybody equally. I hate everybody
You
equally.
bust their head to the white meat equally.
You know what I'm saying? The white meat, the black meat, the red meat, whatever it is. Listen, you fucking with me, you gonna get your ass whooped. Point blank. Period. There's no
Point
ifs
blank,
and.
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? It just was about a respect thing. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
feel.
And I was only 18 or something like that. Fresh out of high school. And I got hurt on the job, and then you gonna motherfucking say some old bullshit to my uncle, and he thought because he wasn't gonna see me again, but I made it a point to go up to this particular company and wax that ass, because one thing you're not gonna do is lie on me. Nobody's gonna lie on me and get away with that shit. Don't lie on me. I've been snitched on in the court of law and been locked up for motherfuckers lying on me. Don't lie on me. And so that affirmative action shit don't mean shit to me. That shit might mean something to people who are black and who are non-convicted felons. That shit might mean something too. That affirmative action shit don't apply to me. And that's how I did explain that to that white brother. And all that shit. We all know that fucking these corporations, they get X amount of dollars for hiring X amount of convicted felons. No matter who they are or what color they are, they're going to get that $13,000. And get that money, hire you for 3 months, then fire you. So affirmative action don't mean shit. It don't mean shit. Because companies do what they want to do. And here's how companies will fire you indirectly fire you behind this affirmative action law, right? What's the term? They use a term called constructive dismissal. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they know George show up for work every day. George on time, right? You there every day. You
Right.
perform. You do your duties. Oh shit! Well, George, he made a misprint on these tickets right here, like 5 or 6 times. So we just gonna get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Even though we know affirmative action is in place, but George fucked up on these tickets like 6 times. He even shut the fucking production line down. We had the So it's a constructive dismissal is how they get rid of you. So affirmative action don't mean shit, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
That
Not to
might be a
say,
little different as far as like when you're talking about like affirmative action, like the hiring.
mm-hmm,
Like now I'm on the job, and
mm-hmm,
companies keep you just until you qualify for benefits, and not
mm-hmm,
enough time for unemployment. No,
mm-hmm.
they don't even keep you when you qualify for benefits. They're getting rid of you, like she said, like, before that time for that unemployment kick in.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can, if they firing you before unemployment kick in, they're gonna fire you before the benefits kick in.
Now, unemployment. What is that? 6 months.
I guess, I don't know. Ask Karen what state. In her state, what's the time limit? Here is 6 months.
6 months, right?
Yeah,
But see here where we at. Like I said before, yeah, they'll hire us. And now, hold on a second. Hold on. They only like house niggas, not the cotton pickers. I hear you. I hear you. I definitely see your point. Quarterly. So quarterly is every
that's
three
4 months.
months, right? Every 4 months, every three
Right.
to 4 months. Okay. So so now, right? That they so as I'm saying, being a convicted felon, I worked at jobs where I was there for, I don't know, 6 months or maybe a little bit before, and they fired me.
But
But
did
then
they
you
give you some type of warning? You know what I'm saying?
no,
Like
no,
you're saying, I fucked up, right? The
yeah,
tickets,
yeah, yeah.
the
That's what.
scenario you gave for me before I got fired, for I fucked up. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I'm just.
yeah. Was that like
No,
three
no, it
times?
wasn't. No, no. In this one particular case, no. The guy just like, oh, I'm getting a lot of complaints. Well, what's the complaints? But see, people don't tell you exactly what it is, and this is why the world is the way it is today. Instead of people telling you exactly what it is, how it is, they rather just make up. They rather tell you some shit that they know that is a bunch of bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of saying, okay, well, I'm getting complaints about you being on the phone at the job or whatever it is, you talking
Whatever.
too much,
Right.
whatever it is. The man never gave no excuse. And I just said, okay. I said, okay. And as I always tell everybody, be careful what you, I'm going to look into the camera. Be careful what you do to people and be careful how you treat people. Because you don't know when you're going to see these people again. And you don't know where you're going to see them. And you don't know what type of time and energy that person going to have the next time they see you.
Then you can have a snitch on the job too. This
And
dude
see,
or
that's,
female that's, like so-called buddy with you, and just
yeah,
what I'm saying. And
yeah.
next thing you know, motherfucker, you get called to the office, and it's like, Marv, I heard, that there's a rumor going around. You know what I'm saying? A rumor going around. What are you talking about? Then he's the shit that you said in confidence to this dude or whatever, and then you go back and say, "Yo, B, let me ask you something. Did you say anything to Brad? Oh no, Brad, about what? That type shit.
So
And
now she said,
it's him. You got a feeling it's him.
mm-hmm.
Wisconsin ain't Adam Will and Plum State. Don't need a reason, so they can just fire you willy nilly.
So once they don't need a reason, then I don't need a reason to you know what I'm saying, take this tire iron I got in the parking lot and whoop your ass either. Then
He busts his head to the white meat. Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, that's it. I don't need a reason for it either. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man. All I'm just saying is people in this world not getting their ass whooped enough. See, if people was getting their ass whooped enough in this world, shit would be different. Shit would be completely
Well,
different if people was
respect. It
getting
comes
in.
down to what you're saying, basically, from what I'm getting from where you're at, is that respect. Respect me and I respect you. That
See,
type shit.
you know what I'm
I mean, it's
saying?
one thing, yes, I got the job. I need the job. It's the worst thing that you can be on the job and you need that motherfucker. I mean, if you work and you need it. You're gonna eat, you wanna, look good and stuff like that, pay your card note, and you wanna live. So I need this motherfucker. Don't come and fuck with me, and you know how bad I need this joint. All right, come on, don't make me do something that I don't want to do. I don't want to hurt you, and I don't want to get hurt. Period. Point blank. So just let me, get this time in, so I'll punch out and go and and take care of my, but here they come.
Listen,
Here
listen.
they come.
I listen, man.
Here they come.
This supervisor I had real quick, G man. I didn't mean to cut you off. This supervisor I had, and I'm not gonna put his name out there because I don't know if he still works.
Come on, Jerry.
His name ain't Jerry, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Dominican dude. You know what I'm saying? Me and this particular dude. We worked the night shift together. And dude used to think he was my boss and always trying to tell me what to do, right? So then, so one day I said, yo, my man, let's step outside. I said, once we clock out, we got some business to handle. So the dude gets loud. I was a boxer in my country for 2 years. For 2 years. I said, okay, cool. I said, all right, cool. So I spins on dude. 7:30 clock out. His car's backed in. I just do one of these. I just block him.
You blocked him in?
Blocked him in. Jumped out. Popped the hood. Topped the hood of the Explorer. I pulled out 2 sets of boxing gloves. And I threw a pair at him. I got a pair, you got a pair. I ain't moving my car. We finna walk. We gonna walk into the next parking lot. Only a few feet away. And I'm gonna get in that ass. Since
what did Alejandro say?
he looked at the gloves. He looked at me and got in his car and was pretty much, like he
Oh, he
didn't
didn't
want to
want that.
fight.
He didn't want to smoke.
So he, jumped over the hedges and ran out the front to the main office and told Enrique where he was. I don't know if the man that was Enrique or Horzello or some old shit. I don't know what the fuck his name was. Just so
So Alejandro told Enrique, all right, go ahead, pick up.
And they basically, asked me to move my car. I said, I ain't on company time. The only people that's going to move me is the Suffolk County PD. That's about it. I ain't on company time no more. This ain't company time.
It's my time.
Yeah, this is my time. You know what I'm saying? And and I still had a pair of boxing gloves tucked under my arms. They said, well, look, he doesn't want to. I said, well, when we was on the clock, he was talking shit. He told me he was a boxer in this country for 2 years. So I said, okay. Now, I didn't ever mention shit about boxing. But I know he didn't know shit about boxing. But anyways, long story short, I'll make the synopsis. So a few weeks go by. So, I catch him off the camera. So we just kind of, get into it. Bing, bing, bing. And boom, he's fire off. I just took the hard hat off to my head and I just hit him in his hand. Bow! So he threw a punch. And the Peruvian dude said, oh, shit. Oh, shit. I said, I told you I'll whoop your motherfucking ass, boy. And a week or two later, the supervisor came to me. He said, look, I like both of y'all. Y'all good workers. How could we work it out? I said, you asking me? Is that a trick question? I'm like, is this a trick question? I said, I just want to fade. He said, what's a fade? I said, I want to fight. Tell him to give me a head up. This is some man shit. That's it. He said, all right, look. I'm gonna talk to him I'm gonna talk to him. And if he willing to do that, I'm gonna let y'all go in the back and handle y'all business like men. And he did. Him and another supervisor. It was just the four of us, and
You never had no problems with Alejandro after that, I bet.
We ain't never had no problem either. Even the supervisor, he thought twice about talking shit to me. Yeah, he thought about talking. Even the supervisor, he thought twice
because when you
about
need
it.
a job, man, and they fuck with you, it's like the worst kind of like, you got to go to that every day. And this this dude is gonna come at you some kind of way, man, because they got you over a barrel. They know it. They know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta swallow your pride. You gotta like take a lot of shit that you not ordinarily wouldn't take. My mother was sick one time, and I had to go, and deal with shit, and I needed the job bad because I was giving someone
You
supporting her,
got
helping her.
bills to pay. Yeah, you got the
Yeah,
bills you
B.
got to
So,
pay.
but outside of that, I would have never been there under those circumstances. But that's the only time in my life that I had to do some shit like that. To really,
just buckle down.
Yeah, man. And I feel bad, man, for like the working class man and woman that have to under them in conditions and circumstances where they have to take shit every day. I mean, really fucked up shit. I go through that now. My God, my supervisor's a hater. And that's what I'm saying.
And I
Yeah,
go back to what I said real quick, brother, Mr. G. Let me say this: the problem in the world today is men ain't being men. Men, to me, when two men have a problem, two men get in the square circle, and we see who the strongest gladiator is. Problem over. That's it.
But that's a confrontational thing. If that can be done that way, and then you can go back, to the regular 9 to 5, you work in the graveyard shift, whatever. Yes, I say on that. But then again, it's like, you whip his ass or you slap her, or whatever female has to handle her business too, because she's been fucked with, because she's got a hater. She's jealous of, Shorty comes in, she's looking good, her nails are done, her hair is dead, and the supervisor, she don't like that shit because, how you got all this money, this extra, that type of shit, it's personal. So, you can't whoop her ass, or you don't, it's not policy you take her out. But if you could square, if you two could square it up and solve your personal differences on that level, because they still gonna fuck with, the masses. If it's not me, they gonna fuck with the next guy. Like Corey's being fucked. You see what I'm saying? Can he take this motherfucker out and whip his ass? What would that solve? That thing there. But it's got to be a respect level where you can't do that. He would be in the hospital, call the cops, and then sue you, and then you go into jail. You're losing your joint, and then you go into jail. See what I'm saying?
And the motherfucker asked for it because he perpetuated that situation.
Right. But if he respects you, and as a man, straight up, and then not try to get that ego, that bullshit that they on a lot of times. Their egos be through the fucking roof. That kind of thing. They want to flex. Mom, what did I tell you? Huh? But it's my grandmother says it's not how you say it. It's not, not what you say, it's how you say it. Huh?
And see, I'm one of these kind of people. A word? Okay. All right, don't worry about it. Because in my mind, I go back to what I said. You don't know where I'm going to see you. You don't know when I'm going to see you. You don't know what it's going to be the next time we cross paths. Because, see, most of the people, all the jobs I've worked at, I rarely ever encounter these people. Only one time I stepped to a supervisor. I didn't work at this place anymore, but I had to step to him because it's just a man shit, and I just had to let him know. Just because 10 years went by don't mean I forgot. You understand me?
Right.
And he didn't want to come out of 7-Eleven.
But that thing,
and he called the people and shit, and I just said, I just wanted to have a conversation with him. I don't know what he calling you for. I didn't touch him or threaten him, but and
people get fucked with every day, B.
Absolutely.
And I mean, they want to do what you're talking about. They want to handle it. You know what I'm saying? We're like, yo, sometimes you might go to your boss's office, right, and want to have a conversation with him or her, and you're like, yo, what you said to me in front of everybody out there, that shit was not right, man. That was inappropriate. So that's why I'm talking to you like, you know what I'm saying? You want to try to put it in their head to let them know, like, listen, this shit could go differently. I know where you work. What you say? What you mean by that? You know where I work. I know where you work. In other words,
I know where you live, motherfucker. Same way you know where I live, I know where you live.
Yeah. So, like, respect me. Treat me with respect. I know what to do. You tell me what you want from me, how you want me to do it, and that's it. I'm not a kid. I'm a man. Treat me and respect me at that, and that should be the end of the conversation. If he's level-headed, if he's a business person, if he's got some type of, but they want to flex. They want that rah-rah. So you got some motherfuckers that are yellers. They still want to try to yell at a grown man, or not try. They do yell. They want to embarrass you in front of the women out, the ladies, that type of shit. You get all type of sick, ego, maniacal motherfuckers out there in the workforce.
Because I'm gonna say, hey, listen, you got a minute? Can I talk to you outside? This got to be a conversation between me and you. Can I talk to you outside? You know what I'm saying? And if he don't opt to go outside, then I'm gonna say, all right, don't worry about it, because I already know mentally you don't want to go outside and have a conversation with me, because you got a camera right here. You know what I'm saying? You want an audience. We don't need an audience. I need to, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? Can you step outside and talk to me? Let's go out in the parking lot and have a conversation like men. Even if I don't say men, but hey, let's step outside and rap a taste real quick. You know what I'm saying? See? And motherfucker, they already know. They already know when you say, can you step out here and have a talk with me? They already know where you going. You hit it right on the nail there. They hate all the women like me. And if you don't come outside, then I'm already I'm gonna be on some bullshit after that, because I'm asking you as a man to let's step away and have a private conversation, because I need to get something off my chest, and it's not for the secretary or the human resource department.
Because there's different situations, as you know, and these personalities sometimes clash. Person won't like you, for whatever reason. Sometimes you just don't know that type of shit. But you try to do the best you can. But when you get a person, man, at the job that just won't stop fucking with you, and you trying to in your own way, like, hey, man, avoid it. You know, I'm a type of individual. I just don't like confrontations. Period. I just don't, want to, So I'll try to stay out of the person's way, and then deal with them, as best as
Accordingly,
I can.
accordingly, accordingly.
Accordingly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
some people, uh, will, I can't say kowtow or whatever, but and it makes it bad for the next person if you are kissing ass and that type of shit, and you got a lot of bootlickers, man, ass kissers running, and I saw Marv, you know, I think he had a cigarette for 7.5 minutes, and I seen him when he stepped, that type shit. What is that necessary? Is that
And
fucking
see,
necessary?
and see, I had an issue like that one time, and I don't smoke cigarettes. Never smoke cigarettes.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah.
But this is a real situation. So the general manager, see, I clock out the general manager. Now I'm pretty much I'm halfway to my car. I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even in in the warehouse no more. And he says you need to be reprimanded. And I told that motherfucker, reprimanded? Nigga, my daddy ain't never reprimand me. I'll be damned if you gonna reprimand me. But I said, but I know what you gonna do. I said, probably tomorrow I said, this is what you gonna do. Tomorrow about 6:45, 7 o'clock, you're gonna tell me not to clock off, not to clock out, because you want to keep me on your time, and you're gonna have a meeting. But he tried to say I took an hour lunch break. That's what he tried to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which, my supervisor backed me up, and my supervisor's like, I ain't never seen or heard you taking no goddamn hour lunch break, man. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? And he was over
Right.
my
Right.
supervisor. My supervisor was like, fuck him. I ain't never seen that shit
So,
before.
but it was good that he had your back. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? At least that was a feather in your cap, as they say.
Because, and the reason why he had my back, because he know I was always on point with my
Right.
job.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And I kind of had to explain. And then, when you know your corporate shit, they don't like that shit. Because, see, people, I call it corporate bullying. You know what I'm saying? It's corporate
Right.
bullying, as you, the things that you were, the points you made. That's corporate bullying, because they know you need that shit. Karen says she hate kiss asses.
Yeah.
And people who kiss an ass, you not gonna own the company. You ain't becoming the president. You ain't finna move. You're gonna get what they're gonna get you, a little supervisor job.
But that time, a lot of times you got a lot of nepotism. It could be, who knows, his nephew, his sisters, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
brother, whatever, and that type shit, So sometimes they like to flex too, in front of their
Mm-hmm.
nephews, in front of their friends. They might have just got their girlfriend a gig. They had to fire such and such to get her, that type of
Mm-hmm.
fucked up, political shit that they do, in-house fighting a lot of times. There's
Mm-hmm.
so much of that shit going on, snitching, like Karen said, that ass kissing. It's just so much shit, You just got to be you just want to go do your time, put your 8 in, to whatever, however long your shift is. You just want to go do that and go and take care of your business after that. But you got this obstacle, this motherfucker in the way. Never mind punching your time card and then getting busy, go work and do your job, and that's it.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers just want to make it difficult for whatever fucked up reason.
And that's why I'm always like, my number one thing is respect. And if I feel I'm being mistreated or I'm feeling disrespected, I'm gonna want to fight. And I don't care if I win the fight or lose the fight. It doesn't matter to me. You're gonna respect me. And
Exactly.
it
No,
doesn't matter about, it ain't about to win all the time. It's about
no,
the
but like
respect.
Corey said, like when you lay hands on them, then you're subject to, as it's, being locked up, then being sued, not only losing your, that kind of thing. So that's the other side of, like, when you lay hands, but that's where they take it to.
But
You get
and
to that
see,
point, like, I want to
and
fuck this dude up.
I'm saying, and see, but I already been sued. I already been to jail. I don't give
Right,
a
but
fuck
I'm
about.
saying, but that's,
Hold on, let me
yeah,
make my point real quick. I don't give a fuck about going to jail, as long as I don't kill nobody. So if me whooping your ass is a misdemeanor,
yeah, Marv. But
I'm being 100. This ain't no liquor talking. This ain't no
no,
weed
I'm not
talk.
saying the
No,
liquor. I'm
I'm being
saying, but not everybody
100.
has that mentality that is on it like you.
Like
Feel me?
yeah, no doubt,
Not
no doubt.
everybody's been to jail, but I'm
You know what I'm
saying
saying?
so.
Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just being 100. This is the thing that people don't realize. Listen, I don't. As long as I don't kill no, as long as you don't kill nobody. Listen, what they fuck they gonna do? Give you some misdemeanor probation, make you pay a fine? Fuck it, I'm gonna pay the fine to get my point across. I'm gonna pay the fine. I'm gonna take the fucking 12 months probation, and then I'm gonna see you again, and you're gonna run across the street from me. Every time you see me, you're gonna be nervous. And I don't care because I still won. You won the battle, but I'm gonna win the war. I don't care.
but
I'm
what
gonna
about
win the
Harold?
war.
But what about Harold, who's never been through a battle like you? You see what I'm saying? You or
Yeah,
I.
yeah,
You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah,
And
yeah,
he,
yeah.
he's making it bad for everybody else that comes behind him because he's done. You know what I just seen over. You know what I'm saying? He's telling them the whole.
No,
Yeah, but
because
you got them dudes, man. You got them motherfuckers there. And then
try
you're
working
looking
with
at this.
most people.
Look at this lying, no good, snitching motherfucking rat. Uh, you know, bad shit, crazy motherfucker with his fuck. You know what I'm saying? Look at his
Yeah,
cornball. He wear high waters. He looked like Urkel's nephew. Feel me? So
yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's like,
You know,
hey, them dudes are there too. They've never
and
been to jail. They never, been through that hard knock life like you or I. You understand what I'm saying? For real,
and,
for real.
and, and
But
and people, but don't put yourself
and
in no
he's not
situation.
busting nobody to nothing to the white meat. Huh?
Don't
He
put
don't even
yourself in
like
them.
white meat.
Don't put yourself in them situations, and you won't have to deal with that shit. Try working with mostly women. Meow.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? Uh
And
yeah,
all I could just say is don't put yourself in the situations to get yourself hurt because you don't know what the next
right.
person is
Yeah, yeah,
carrying
that's it.
mentally, and you don't know what the next person got going on. And be mindful of that. Just because you're at a job doesn't give you the right to be an asshole or to be, uh, a persistent dickhead to somebody because you don't know what's
Because you want to take him outside, fuck him up, bust his head. You know what I'm saying? I
you
get,
don't.
B, come on, I know, but that's the thing. You don't want to put that in like,
Like,
you
I'm
know.
just saying,
Look at
and
Harold. I watched the Money Marv G Money show, and I listened to Marv. He had a point, and so I took my supervisor out. And you know what I did? I bust his head to the white meat. Now I am fucked. You know what I'm saying? You
see,
know?
but see, and with that being said, no cuz is right, man. If I had a lawyer on standby, bail money, I can get another. Yeah,
No
because at the
doubt.
end of the day,
But see,
because
that's the
that,
thing. That's the
because,
thing. That's how, what I'm saying. You
listen,
want to take it there.
Yeah,
because you've been pushed to that. The
because I don't
motherfucker gets inside your soul. They fuck with you. They
because I don't
fuck
give
with
a
you. Period. Point blank.
cause I don't give a fuck, nigga. I've been to jail, prison, to the crazy house. I've been homeless, sleeping behind dumpsters, nigga. I don't give a fuck about fucking you up if I'm feeling disrespected and I done blew it off enough. Fuck that. Fuck the bail money. I don't even care. It's only 120 days in jail after 6 months, man. Fuck all that, man. Listen, this just one I got to take. I got to punch my ticket on this one.
No,
And
I
every
feel you.
time every
Yeah,
time you see
I
me,
don't disagree with you. I feel you. I know
there
where
ain't shit,
exactly where
man.
you at. You
Yeah,
know.
there's not too much more they can do to me. I don't give a fuck about the IRS, even if I owe them money. They ain't gonna put me nowhere where I ain't never been. So, and a person like who has the same mindset that I have, those are the worst kind of people. Cause I ain't got shit to lose, so I
Yeah,
don't give a
because those
fuck.
people, those supervisors and bosses, that's the other side of it. They don't know who they're fucking with. They don't know what this person has been through at all, nor do they care. You see what I'm
And,
saying? And that's because they deal with motherfuckers that is going to take their bullshit, that need their job more so than me or you just saying, Corey is saying, yo, fuck this job, fuck this dude. You know, I'm not going to stand for this bullshit no more.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Because
know, I'm
he
going to
gonna
fuck.
be doing this. You know, like what my uncle beat up the gym teacher. He
Right.
was running across the goddamn gym in the goddamn public school for fucking with my cousin. You know, he got arrested, but the point was made.
Yeah, he beat the motherfucker up. He beat
You know
him
what I'm saying?
down.
I don't know what he did to my cousin, but the man said, "Oh, Mr. Anderson, I'm sorry, Mr. Anderson. It was too late. My uncle T was on his ass,
He
whooping
was
his
in his
ass,
ass.
in
Yeah.
his ass, man, in his mouth like toothpaste, man, all in his cavity, no homo." And man, listen, so that's the cloth that I come from because that's just, you know what I'm saying, like it's a certain type of DNA, and I
Yeah,
don't
no
care
doubt.
who, you are, whether it's
No doubt.
Harold, whether it's Harold, whether it's motherfucking Irvin or whoever, you push anybody enough, you're gonna see a different person. And I think society creates the people that we're talking about. You get
Yes.
what I'm saying? Like society does that. If you get bullied enough by anybody, you're gonna say the next person fuck with me. You see this motherfucking screwdriver right here? They finna get it. I'm just saying a hypothetical. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because people make you, people push you to be a certain way. G, you feel me? You
No,
might you
you're
might
right.
be the nicest person in the world,
Hey,
but
yo,
people.
what up, chill? Yo, I'm on the air right now, B. I said I'm on the air right now. I'm gonna hit you back. All right.
And people make you be a certain kind of person. People force you to be a certain kind of person. People force you to be disrespectful and be nasty when you don't want to be, and you're not trying to be. None of my kids got into a fight because I went after the parents. That's the same thing when somebody was bullying my son. I was ready to go calico style.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact is, because I used to get bullied as a kid.
Right.
And I said the same thing. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. I ain't taking no shots. I don't care if they 5'2" to goddamn 7'2". You fucking with me, it's on. Because that's the way society made me become. Because of
Right.
circumstances and situations. And that's why I don't mess with anybody. I'm respectful to everybody. For the simple fact is, I just want respect. Don't be
Respect.
nasty.
That's it.
Don't be nasty. Don't be disrespectful, and
Respect, baby.
don't say shit that indirect disrespectful shit either. Like as the man said to Corey, oh look what Joe Biden did for your people or whatever the fuck he said, right? That's disrespect. See now, if he would have got his ass whooped,
Look what Biden has done for your people.
see
Huh?
that's
The
disrespectful.
Democratic Party. What has the Democratic Party ever done for your people? I think that's what it was.
You know what I'm
Huh?
saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like why you gotta say that to me? because he said it because he was in a place where it was a comfortable
He
place for
felt
him to say.
comfortable. Yeah.
He felt comfortable to say that, and for me, I don't want nobody getting comfortable with me because I don't get comfortable with people. Period. I don't get comfortable with nobody thinking that I can just say what the fuck I want to say, even if it's my homeboy. I don't get comfortable with him and be disrespectful to him because he's a man like I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? And I start telling you, fuck you, motherfucker this and motherfucker that. We can't be friends no more because it's disrespect. And it's all right to have a disagreement with your boy and shit like that, and
It's
you want to
healthy.
cuss your boy out and shit, but I'm not gonna cuss my boy out because we boys.
Right.
We'll figure that shit out. But just man, I'm not gonna get comfortable with him either. Cause I don't want him getting comfortable with me thinking shit is sweet. Cause I don't think shit is sweet with them either. And people get too comfortable in it. And when you work for employers, they get very comfortable because there's a corporate block there. It's a corporate thing there that makes
Yeah.
people, you know what I mean? 'Cause that corporate wall is there, so people tend to do what? Get comfortable.
They get comfortable. You know what I wanted to ask you too, and maybe we can expound on it next
Next week?
week if we we here next week, and when we come and when we hit next time, uh, can men and women get along without a challenge, like having a challenge? It's always
Mm.
yeah. So think on that.
Think on that, right? Repeat that again.
Yeah.
Repeat
So,
that again. I ain't calling you G Money. They're gonna call you Mr. G. Say that again, Mr. G, for the people, because we're gonna wrap up.
yeah, can men and women get along without a challenge? Not even it could be sexual. It could be because however, but just challenge. Just like you were talking about. You know how you just wrapped it up. Respect. If we had respect, that would just alleviate all that challenge shit. Go one better, one upsmanship and all that. Even with the male and the female. Oh my man, my last boyfriend, you know, he used to buy me this. He used to take me here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got
That's
a
just.
Metro card and I
I
got
ain't got
enough
no
for
bus tokens, but I get some.
I guess so.
We'll say that for next. We'll say that for next Saturday night when you date outside your race.
And
Women
we'll
get
get
crazy.
we'll get into that, Corey.
Shit!
That's a good place to pick up too, B.
Shit!
That's a great place. Let me write that down.
I'm gonna leave that.
I'm gonna write that down. We'll start on that next week. When you date
Shit!
outside your race, women get crazy too. They call you a nigga. And sometimes it's like that joke at the white bitch. Yo, hey, this is perfect. This is perfect.
Yo,
Corey,
listen, y'all.
that's
If
beautiful,
y'all got a
baby.
piece of love, I
All right, Karen.
disagree.
I know,
Karen,
but that's what we're gonna pick up at. Karen
listen, yeah,
disagrees.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Karen,
Listen.
Karen's quick to call somebody a nigga. I
Uh-huh.
already know. But we'll talk
Uh-huh.
about it. She's still invited to the barbecue. And Corey's on it. Yo,
Yeah.
I'm writing that down, brother Marv.
All
That one,
right,
the can
cool,
men and women
cool.
challenge, and then date outside the race. The first thing they want to do is call you a nigga.
Shit. God damn, folks.
Yo,
Listen,
yo,
y'all.
Bob, I love you, man, and
You know what I'm saying? Tell
we
Chill
can't
Boss,
talk
man.
until because we talk all the ideas out and shit. We talk
Listen,
3 or 4 hours a session anyway.
definitely. Listen, folks, please decrease the apathy, increase the consciousness, y'all. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know what that means, you know what I'm saying? Lose the negativity, push the positivity. Just saying.
No doubt.
I'm just saying. Listen, y'all. Listen, we gonna go to one more color. Oh hell, oh hell no! N word not allowed in my house. Listen, I
I'm
call
not
white
talking
people.
about your house. I'm talking about in the telly.
Yo, I'm out of here, man. Peace and love. Happy Saturday, y'all. Everybody have a
Peace.
good Sunday. Peace.